So we're here in Crusader Kings 3 once more with you all for another time lapse. Today's time lapse is all about trying to make the most efficient warrior culture. So we've gone ahead and given a number of different empires a warrior culture so that we can see how well they are at making knights the most prowess. For example, if we look at the HRE right now, their knights are, they're okay. They could be better, hitting about 22, 24. But as time goes on, they will develop more and more skills that will allow their prowess to be higher and higher. Let's talk about predictions. First and foremost, we will see knights who will reach at least 55 to 60 prowess. That's a for sure thing. As for religion, I think the Christians will do the best. Specifically, the Catholics will have the most terrain counties out of everybody. And last but not least, the most spoken language will be, let's say, either Greek or High German. And with that, let's get to it. I'll see you all in a bit. All right, it's 383 years in the future, and it looks like a lot of the empires that we gave power to are still in power. So let's get right to it. Let's just jump in to see what's going on with the HRE and how well their prowess is doing. They got 17 knights, 57, 40, 38. So it looks like a lot of these guys are doing pretty good prowess-wise. Obviously, they're being affected by old age, and they don't have any additional bonuses from hail. Some of them are blade masters, but it looks like they are. How is their arms feeling? 55 through about the 30s as well. So it's like, seems like most people are tapping out at 55. With that, let's look at our religions and see who's the most prolific. As I said before, I said it was going to be Catholicism. Ashuri with a close second, taking over all the Mongol areas and much of Africa. It looks like Orthodox somehow made it the Nubian kingdom and took over that. Very interesting. We already talked a little bit about culture. It doesn't look like they've added that much to the initial culture. That seems like they've just kept it pretty much kingdom map mode. See if anything has changed. Nope. Looks like the Abbasids have expanded their lands over there. That's all pretty much the same. England has gained parts of Scotland. Iberia is still a mess. Is Iberia still doing the conflict? No, actually, they've once again finished out the conflict, the Iberian conflict this time. Looks like Aragon for the 100th time has actually formed, which usually you feel like it doesn't go down that way. There's an Empire of Mali, which is crazy. Usually they don't get formed. So let's look at empires real quick. Yeah, it looks like the balkanization of the Iberians happened. Carpathia is a little bigger. Westphalia has expanded. Yeah, Golden Horde is a thing. The Black Horde, you rarely see them come out because they never really conquer India enough to make that true. Let us look at just Character Finder in general and see how well prowess has been done across the board. Just like see how much prowess these guys have. So we have this guy who is a mercenary company guy, Company of the Oasis. He has 60 prowess. Nice. Legendary Blade Master is doing a lot of the work. Some other things. Then we have the Turco Space Marines who, yeah, it seems like 60 is where people begin to tap out. I think if they had more of that hail plus hail and strong, that would have given them even more prowess, or being a giant that also doesn't hurt. Let's look at country languages. Looks like looks like High German has made its way out here somehow, and is being spoken. As for Berbers, thing, I think it's High German because they own the HRE and the Iranian territories too. Seems like the most spoken. Manding is probably another close one. But yeah, let's say High German. So what have we learned from this whole production? I think what we've learned is that, as usual, the AI is good at maintaining the course if you give them the map, if that makes sense. So they did a lot of good stuff of making strong prowess people. What I might have done differently to make it uber powerful is just give a bunch of different families, like Hail or Herculean, Genius, and as well as Beautiful, just to give them more of that congenital traits so that they then can pass that down to their next generation, because then they just get more and more prowess from that. Also, they would more likely to maybe want a culture ability that gets you closer to just focusing on doing martial stuff. Like kids are more likely to be rowdy, because like that usually gives us, I feel like, more likely for people to be warriors. Got a couple of Russian Warhammer, the Kaiser's Sword of Judgment. That's some pretty good stuff, which I was hoping to happen because of Sorcerer's Metallurgy, which allows you to have more gold spent, but higher weapon quality over time, which is pretty cool. But I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a good rest of your day.